My body is blessed with the skills to take life. The Hanar honed them in me. I have few others. I didn't want that life for Kolya. I hoped he would find his own way. If he hated me, so be it. He would not have shared the path of sin. I used my contacts to trace Kolya. He has become disconnected. He does what his body wills.
What's wrong with him? Is he hurt?
Something happened that should not have. He knows where I've been, what I've done. I don't know his reasons, but he has gone to the Citadel. He's taken a job as a hitman. I would like your help to stop him. This is not a path he should walk.
I'll get us to the Citadel as soon as possible.
Thank you, Shepard. I'll be meditating until you need me.
Så. Har jag alla lojalitetsquest nu? Ja, det har jag. Men jag har inte alla party members. Ha. Nu kommer jag nog att... Vad fan gör jag här? Det var inte samma. Ja, skitsamma. Jag kommer att skaffa mineraler ett tag här nu så att... Och det tänker jag inte tråka ut er med. Så vi ses sen. Ja, då var jag tillbaka. Håller på att scanna och så. Men jag måste göra en sak som jag kom på här innan jag sätter igång och fortsätter scanna. Så det är därför jag sätter igång filmen här igen. Jag måste åka till Ilium och köpa lite saker. Shotguns are only effective at short range. Men det går fortfarande att använda dem. Och lite längre. Och speciellt. Jag ska ha med mig här då. Jag kan ta med mig några som jag inte haft med mig här förut. Så om vi hittar några nya dialoger. Det här skiter jag nu.
Ever set foot here. Ilium doesn't allow the flotilla to approach beyond a certain distance. This is the greatest planet in the galaxy for those who can afford it, and they work hard to keep the Quarian fleet away.
Fanns det någon? Ja, ta och vänta lite med det.
I need minimal heat increase and speed. I have extremely high performance requirements.
The Scandal Rock story of Masana Dantis has come to a tragic end.
Safe, too. I need a 100% safety guarantee of anything going on.
Listen, I know the data is vital. What is it? I'm in the middle of an important call.
I overheard you talking. Is this the data you're looking for?
The Kurosa Generational Archive. You found it. Thank you. My whole family has been worried. That data is irreplaceable. I didn't think I'd get it back from Nasana's corporate building.
Why is this data so important anyway?
It's a genetic history for the entire Kurosa family. It's used for high-level reproductive negotiations. It would be like a human pedigree, I suppose. Without it, you're bargaining from a greatly weakened position. Losing this would have hurt my family for generations, maybe even destroyed it.
If this data is so important, why didn't you have backups?
We did. A rival family introduced a computer virus and our techs were sloppy. The virus destroyed all our data. I just spent a fortune getting the data recovered and reconstructed when Nasana went crazy. We live in a world of infinite data redundancy. To lose something so important because of one crazy Asari?
There's your data. I hope it helps your family.
You have no idea, human. I don't know who you are or how you got it, but thank you. Here, for your trouble. Blessings be upon you. You've certainly blessed us.
Bad luck on the stock market, debt piling up. Perhaps you need to explore other options.
Trust me, the goods coming in from the Terminus systems are great for business.
I don't know, some of... No, she won't even talk to me. I don't know. She really has it in for humans. That might explain the damn contract. You're Shepard? I don't know if you remember me. I was a colonist at Zoo's Hope on Pharos. You saved us from that enormous Geth attack, and from the Thorian creature's control. Too many people died in the fighting for us to save the colony. It's still better than being a slave to the Thorian, though.
Where did the survivors go after Zoo's Hope shut down?
Most of us stayed together and went back to Earth. Run down, but familiar. We needed familiar faces. Exogeny pretty much left us alone. They just left with every bit of Thorian goop they could find.
What brings you to Ilium?
We've had health trouble, probably because of how the Thorian controlled us. We got a deal on some medical tests from a colonial survey group. But the contract had fine print that lets them perform more invasive procedures without our consent. I've talked to the representative, but she won't listen. I think she has a problem with humans.
Tell me more about the contract you signed to have these scans done.
Barria Frontiers offered to do medical scans for next to nothing. Said they'd just use anything interesting they found in us. But there's a line we missed about how if they find something, they can do follow-up procedures as they see fit, without our consent.
They can't actually force these procedures upon you.
This is Ilium. They have contracts for just about everything you can imagine. If we don't take the tests, they'll declare us in breach of contract. We can't afford the legal fees they could hit us with.
What kind of health problems did the colonists have?
We get these headaches, like we did when the Thorian was controlling us, and muscle twitches, nerve damage maybe. And sometimes we can feel each other. I can tell when someone nearby is in pain.
I'll talk to the survey group.
Really? Thanks. The sales rep is at the Barria Frontiers kiosk.
I saw your conversation, human. You're here to complain about the medical contracts those colonists from Pharos signed. I suggest you leave. Your life is short enough. Do not waste what time you have bothering me.
Why are you insisting on these tests? What use could they possibly be?
Their use is not your concern. A legal binding contract was signed. Nothing else matters. All of you. Humans, Solarians, Turians. You come to our planet, then complain that our laws don't suit you. The galaxy would be a better place if nobody but the Asari had ever dragged themselves out of the primordial muck.
Huh. Perhaps we could work out different tests. Something that will work for both sides.
If the colonists were not willing to abide by the terms of the contract, they should not have signed it. The onus is not upon me to accommodate them.
So you'd be this harsh in your contract terms if these were Asari colonists?
If they were Asari, they'd be dealing with problems unleashed by another race. Asari like my bondmate, who died when the Geth rebelled against the Quarians. Or my daughters, who died during the Geth attack on the Citadel. One worked in the embassy, the other was a greeter for the consort.